All right, y'all. So I'm out here outside. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but you can kind of see the aurora out here tonight. I'm gonna go out and check out in the backyard. I think I'm getting some bugs too. I definitely see some bugs flying by the camera. But yeah, there's aurora's light out here tonight. Really cool. I don't know what happened there. Really cool. All right, so we got aurora's light. Hello everyone. So it is another weekend, fall weekend, but it does not feel like fall right now. It is like 70 degrees outside, so it's almost feeling like summer. I wish I would have put some shoes. Wish I would have put some shorts on right about now, but I went to Freddy's and I got me one of these orange milkshakes, which are freaking delicious if you haven't tried one. I haven't tried the lemon one yet. I tried the orange one. These are freaking A. So good, so good. I love these. So I'm gonna chill and eat some grub, and then I'm gonna get started with my weekend. So I got a 3-day weekend. Today I didn't have to work this Friday. I asked them if they wanted me to, and they said no, not this time. Said you're free to go. So I'm like, okay, well that works for me. So like I said, eat my grub here. I don't think y'all want to see me eat grub, but I'm gonna eat my grub and then I'm gonna get started. So there you go. Out here this evening, it is such a nice day. Daisy's out here walking. It's Red Friday, so we got our red on. Such a nice day here in Sedalia. Daisy's on a mission now. We're checking things out. Either that or she wants to play in the leaves. And then over here, that nice house. That is really decked up. Oh, I can't scroll in. Ah! I think she just heard a squirrel up there in the tree. So, up. She thinks she has, but I think it's just the leaves. I think she thinks she heard a squirrel. Oh, and in this building over here, it's starting to get decked up over there. So that's really cool. Really cool. And then I saw Marthy Maynor left a comment on my last video. But yeah, and to reply back to him, because I think this is the easiest way to do it. Other than text messaging, I think that would be a lot easier. But you know me, I like talking back and forth. But I think that's why our plan was to either do it on a Friday night, probably to the Elms, or a Saturday. I know Halloween's on a Saturday this year, so I don't know if we want to do it possibly that Friday night. I don't know yet. I know we were thinking about doing it Saturday. Halloween's on a Saturday, so I think we were planning on doing the Elms Saturday night, which would give us a chance to check out Excelsior Springs that Saturday. And then Saturday night, we could check into that hotel. And then Sunday, I think Sunday night might be that parade, because that would be on the 1st. So it'd be that night around midnight. So then we'd have to get another hotel, possibly for that night. But it's a possibility anyway. I'm not throwing it out. So I think it would be a lot of fun for everybody. So we're still in the plans, if as it were. But now we just got to hear back from Mary Lee and Sean and see if they're down. And then, yeah, we should have some really cool, or at least Sean, see if Sean's down. in case Mary Lee may already have plans with her family during that time. But I think that would be a perfect setup for everyone. And I think everybody would have a really good time. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it sounds like Halloween 2026 is already in the works. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on this weekend, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot of it just depends if Angela is feeling up to doing anything this weekend, or she'd just rather stay at home and relax after she gets off work. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. So I got the Christmas tree up, or should I say we got the Christmas tree up. So there's the Christmas tree. What happened to you? So there's that. We decided to go ahead and get it up. Get the tree up early because it's really nice outside right now, and we figured it might get colder later. So let's go ahead and get it up while the weather is nice. So we've got it going on, and now I gotta get the other tree going in the in the entertainment room. So I'm working on that next. Right, so I'm gonna show this in my video. So I finally got this up. Finally, took me long enough. So if you open this up, I put the shelf in, and then I've got my tarot cards in there now, and then stuff for, to set my drinks on. It's the coasters. This is really cool. So if anybody comes in to check stuff out, that is like a bullet. Well, actually, this is a small cannonball, believe it or not, that was used in the Civil War. So there's that. But I've got this, which I can't show you right now because the candle is actually burning. It's about out, but it is burning. But these candles will fit in here. So, and I've got another doohickey back there. So that is cool. I like that. And then up here, you've got these drawers too that you can put stuff in. So like nail clippers for the cats, because I'll probably do that back here, chances are. And then, I gotta be careful because that opens up too. And I got a candle up here. But like your pens and like ink pens. So that's really cool. And then let me get up. I'll show you my other thing I did. I knocked him over. But yeah, back here, I've got my Christmas tree up here in the game room. So there's that now. Or the entertainment room, I mean. So that is the Christmas tree. So we've got that up. All right, now watching Marthy Maynard back here. He tagged me in a video, so I'm watching this video. I think he tagged me in it just so I'd watch it, but that's okay. I'm just giving him crap. Guys, I can't show you all the shirts I made, but this one I made with the cricket. So that one was actually custom, by the way. I got this one first, and then I put this on second. So but that's custom, but I really like how it turned out. And then I can show you this. I'm going to show you this one. It is for Christmas. I don't think that that part of my family is following me yet on here, so I think I'm safe. I'm not going to say who it's for, just in case, but there's another one. And here's another one that I did. So there's that one. I'll show you guys a couple more, because like I said, I don't think they're following me yet. And even if they are, they don't know who's getting what yet, although they may have a good idea if they see this, but I'll take the chance. Okay, so here's another one. That's Futurama. So there's another one. Okay, and here's another one. This one's Star Wars. So hopefully you can tell. But there's another one. Okay, and then I've got this shirt. So there's that. And here's this one. So I really like that one. I might make me one of those eventually. So there's that one. All right, and here is the last shirt. So that is what I've gotten done. So I think I got one more shirt to make yet, but I'm kind of waiting to see what they're into before I make it. So, and then I've got some to make for my own family as well. So I'll get on that next week. But that's what I've gotten done. So I am really getting there on these shirts. Actually, it might be the week after. My next payday anyway. So when I work on the other ones. But I just got one more shirt I got to make in the next week. And then after that, I'll start on the next ones on my next payday. So, but got a lot accomplished. I am really proud of myself. All right. So I made Daisy a shirt for when we go to Moonlit Pedicure in 2 weeks. She needs a Doctor Who one first because she's having Doctor Who Day up there this Saturday. So this will be for next Saturday. So Daisy it says I come to Moonlit Pedicure for treats, which fits Daisy perfectly. If you know, you know. And then I also made me a shirt. Let me show you guys. I made another shirt for myself. I'm getting really good at this, although I was having a little bit of trouble with this one. It might show a little bit, but I don't really care. But there you go, Doctor Who. The Tale of a Madman with a Box. So pretty good, pretty good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm getting better at these. So that's what I've been working on this weekend. This week. I think I'm all out of shirts and I'm all out of the material. So I gotta wait now until I get more stuff. But I've got some more shirts to make up this upcoming weekend. So I'll be ready for that. All right, y'all. So wrapping up the video, I guess, as it were. Not much happened this week. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of a boring. Well, it wasn't boring for me. For video purposes, it was a boring weekend. For me, it was a relaxing weekend, and I much needed that. So I needed one weekend where I just didn't have to do a whole lot. Just calm down, relax, and enjoy, so to speak. Where I didn't have to run anywhere, didn't have to run to this event or that event. Because next week this upcoming weekend is going to be a busy one. So it will be getting back on track. So if you like the busy stuff and the fun stuff that I normally record, I'm back to business this upcoming weekend. I got a Doctor Who event that I'm going to, and I am cosplaying as one of the doctors, so that'll be fun. I just got to finish up my cosplay, but yes, I will be doing that. Also, I'm trying to think. We're gonna go. My family is celebrating Thanksgiving on Sunday, so I don't know if I'm gonna record a whole lot of it, but I'll probably record a little bit. Oh, and then Angela's also off on Saturday, so we'll probably be hanging out around the Berg Saturday and getting her view on stuff. So that'll be kind of fun. We're gonna go see Wicked 2 this weekend, so that'll be fun as well, and I'll drop my opinion of that. Hopefully we'll get our decorations up, our lights up on the house this weekend as well, because I think it's supposed to get cold next week, so hopefully we'll get that done before it gets cold. I think other than that, that's about it, to be honest. But still a little bit busier than this week. So, but I think it'll be a lot of. Oh, sorry about that, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. And yeah, so now we'll move on to this, the questions, and I have the bookmarks, so that make things a little bit easier. I just gotta see what question I was on. Okay, I think it was this one, so I'm gonna go with it. If you were out at dinner and with no cash, excuse me, I felt something in my throat there. If you're if you're out at dinner with no cash, what would you do or say to get the bill paid? With no cash, that's simple. I got a debit card. That's how I take care. Simple. That takes care of it. I hardly ever take cash with me anymore, but I bring debit card with me, and usually now, because nowadays I think a lot of the restaurants have picked up on the idea that a lot of us take card with us anymore, so that way you can even tip them with the card, which I like that a lot better anyway, so that way I can make sure that it seems like anyway it's a lot easier for the waitress or the waiter to get their tip than it does to by leaving it on the table, and you never know, other patrons may pick it up, or maybe a manager might be a little snobby and pick it up versus, you left it there. So versus the tip actually being right there to where, they get it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I use my debit card. So I hardly ever take cash with me when I go to a restaurant. Let's see. What is an enemy to our existence by way of life? Oh, hell. I think I just did this on TikTok, to be honest. I can think of a few enemies. Number one would be money. Which is probably the biggest one, I would say, is money. Money is the biggest harm to mankind is money, because it puts people in power that should never be in power. It takes away from the people, from basically most of the population. And I think if it weren't for money, if we didn't have money, if everybody was kind of like equal on what they could buy then everybody would be well fed, everybody would have a house, everybody would have, what they need to survive, and of course everybody would be working for a living too, because we could still punish them for not working, right? If they can work. I'm not saying, but that would be a much better life to live in with no money whatsoever. Throw money out and just help out your brothers and sisters when you can, so to speak. Help out your neighbor. Go back to showing humanity. Like money destroys humanity. Another thing I think would be politics. Politics is another thing that I think separates us, divides us, um, makes us bad human beings. Left and right, all that baloney that they feed you on in the media. And I'm not saying the news is baloney. I'm not saying that at all. I went to school to become a journalist. So, in saying that, I know that a lot of the news is not fake, despite what certain people may want to think. It is spot on. It's one-sided maybe, but nevertheless, it's still spot on. They're giving you the truth. They're just not necessarily giving you the whole truth. And that in lies the problem. Fox News is definitely guilty of that, but they're not the only ones. I would say CNN, to a certain degree, is guilty of that too. Like I said, they're one-sided. They don't give you the full... They give you what you... Depending on what side you're on, they give you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear. So... And that's all because of politics. Politics also... What people don't know is politics also owns the media. So... Or they control the media because corporations control the media. And corporations are political, whether they want to admit it or not. A lot of your corporations are, in fact, political. So, yeah, therein lies your problem. But I think, so that's my opinion. Politics, money, and then my last one is religion. And I know a lot of people are going to get at me and like, really? Religion? But hear me out. I'm not saying that you can't believe in God. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that, identifying in a certain religion, like say I'm Catholic or I'm Baptist, I'm basic Christian, Jewish, this, where we label the religion, that is going to be our downfall as human beings. We are so guilty as human beings of wanting to classify everybody that we even want to classify religion and classify your beliefs. And I have to say, it's not that simple. It is never that simple. Someone who's Baptist still could have somewhat Catholic beliefs to their religion, and the other way around. Or you could have someone who's Jewish, but still maybe they're thinking the same way as a Protestant. Who knows? But like I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is when it comes to your beliefs, your personal beliefs, there really is no wrong answer. And I know that's going to piss a lot of people off. But there really is no wrong answer. Nobody has the despite what people want to tell you, whether it's your priest, whether it's, or a preacher, or even just Joe down the street, nobody has the correct answer of when it comes to religion or beliefs. Nobody does. Even scientists do not have the real answer as to what who's right and who's wrong. Because scientists have what you call theories about evolution. That means that scientists too do not have the answer. It's their belief or their, theory that this is the way it is. So, again, nobody has the correct answer. Whether you're pagan, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody has the correct answer. And we never will. So, I think classifying religion, no matter what you are, pagan, atheist, Jewish, I think classifying religion is going to be our downfall. Religion in general. You believe what you believe, and we should not. I also believe that we should not ever, on any circumstance, belittle somebody simply because we don't agree with somebody on religion. And I know too, a lot of people are going to tell me well, but God said in the Bible that we're supposed to spread the news of the Lord. Guess what? I usually tell them this. So you know what? It does say that. But you got to remember right now, we are in 2025. The Bible is on the internet. It's everywhere you look on social media. Just about. It's on a tablet. It's if you got Amazon, it's on Amazon. I'm sure they've got it now where you can do an audiobook of the Bible now, or several audiobooks of the Bible. I'm sure you could probably get Morgan Freeman, or a voice that sounds like Morgan Freeman reading the Bible. I'm sure it's out there. My point is, and like I said, I'm not attacking the Bible. I'm not attacking anybody's belief in saying what I'm saying, so please don't get offended by what I'm saying. It's not to offend anybody. What I'm saying is that you believe what you want to believe. That's what I'm saying, and I think that... And I'm saying too that when it comes to spreading the good news of the Lord, that good news has already been spread. I don't know how you can get it any more spread out, than the way it is already. I mean, there have been Bibles that were parachuted down to countries that aren't supposed to have Bibles. So, I mean, I don't know how much more you could possibly do. I think the good news has already been spread throughout different countries and continents the best way you can. I mean, I'm sure there's even Bibles right now at the bottom of the ocean. Because people do, as though it may be sad, people do throw out Bibles. So I'm sure there's some at the bottom of the ocean. Plus the Titanic sank, and let's face it, other ships have too. I'm sure they had Bibles. So my point is, though, that the good news has already been spread far and wide. I don't know as you have to spread the Bible any further than what it has been spread. And the same thing with other religions as well. Pagan beliefs have been spread far and wide. Although I do think I'm, as someone who is naturally curious about other religions, I wouldn't say other religions, but someone who's curious of religions in general, or people's beliefs in general, I should say, I would definitely like to learn more about pagans. I definitely would like to learn more about atheists as well, how their way of thinking. I'm not saying, like I said, because my whole thing is, I'm not saying anybody's right, not saying anybody is wrong at all. I have my own beliefs, but I'm not trying to push them onto anybody. The reason I'm curious is because I like to see how people think. Because a lot of times, if you learn about someone's religion a little bit more, you can also tap into how, how they think, what makes them tick. And that can be an answer for a lot of things if you think about it. But anyway, those are the things that I think are things in our society that tear us apart more than anything. So, and since I answered that one very broadly, I think that will be my last question of the night. Because I see another question in here that I could definitely make. That could definitely make a big topic, and that happens to be the next question. So I will save that for later. So there you go. There is my my opinions, I guess, as it were. So take it as you want. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna get out the Ghostbusters tarot card deck tonight, just because I wanted to. So we'll do one card from the. I think now we're just doing one card. So instead of doing 6, I'd rather just do one. So I'm just gonna take the one off the top, and we'll see what it says. And I will say, last week's card, I think it got everything pretty much right on the money for last weekend. So, I mean, it was a relaxing weekend. It wasn't bad. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a positive card. So I did have a positive week, and the rest of my week was positive after I drew the card, and definitely had a nice weekend. So no complaints. All right, so for this card, we have an upside down card, or a reverse card. We have the Magician, and it's upside down. So this would be the Magician right side up, but it's upside down. All right, so we'll see what that card means, the Magician. As soon as I can find it. All right, so, and it's reversed. So when reversed, Magician suggests your true potential is not yet recognized. Take the opportunity to stand up for yourself and advocate for opportunities to explore your skills. You might just win your case. Okay, well, I will definitely keep that in mind for this week. That I have my potential has not yet been recognized. So I will definitely take this opportunity to stand up for myself and advocate for others. So we'll see how that goes. Also, this weekend I will be baking some cookies. So if y'all want to see some of that, I will try to post some of it. Maybe try to give you some of my secrets on my sugar cookies, because apparently people like them. I stole the recipe from my mom, so it wasn't entirely mine. And I believe she stole it from her mom. So apparently we have thieves within our family, but I'm told that a lot of families are that way. So there you go. But yeah. Other than that, just a shout out as always. Go check out Marthy Maynor if you haven't done that already. He usually has a really good... he keeps more track of his questions than I do, because I usually go out and do stuff on the weekends, and then before long, I've already got like 40 minutes that I've recorded and don't have time to do these all the time. But, and he's got a different book than I do. So you might want to check out Marthy Maynor. He does some good questions as well. He does not do tarot cards, but that's okay. That's, that's my thing. So, trying to think before I let off if there's anything else going on this weekend, but I don't know as there is. But like I said, but I forgot to tell you. So that next week, as you guys may know, I haven't decided yet, because obviously Thanksgiving rolls right into that. But I haven't decided yet if Thanksgiving won't be the next video or if it's going to be on this one. Like I said, I'm celebrating Thanksgiving with my family this Sunday. But then Angela's family is doing what they call holiday on steroids, which I may record a little bit of it as well. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'll probably record a little bit of that, of us hanging out and doing some different stuff around the Berg and maybe Sedalia. See what mischief we get into throughout that. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to be its own video or if I'm going to include it on this video. I mean my next video rather. So it'll be either on my next video or the following video. I just haven't decided yet. I haven't decided if it's going to be one big one or if it's going to be, you know, 2 small videos. I wouldn't say small videos, but smaller. You know, just depends if they go over 40 minutes. If next week's video already goes over 40 minutes, then I'll probably just wait and put, you know, our stuff with her family on a different thing, on a different video, because I know knowing her family, it's going to make a good video on its own. But because we did this last year and it was huge. Angela told me that they do this every year, and it's I have to say it's really big. It's really big. Usually they go to Arkansas for this. This year they're doing it here in Missouri. So but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to showing them some different places around the Berg that they've never been to. Some things that we like to go to check out. Hopefully I can get Martha Maynard to join us on a couple of things that we might do. Because I know there's a movie that I want to go see that week. So, and I've already messaged Martha Maynard, so we'll see if he goes with us for that one. It's The Running Man, which I know is it's a remake, but it looks really good. So I'm hoping he might go. Hoping he might go with us to see that. Also, they got that 4-hour Kill Bill that's coming out soon. I might have to see if Martha Maynard wants to go with us to see that one too later on. I really kind of want to see that. Angela has never seen Kill Bill, so that might be really interesting. I know, well, I think she'll like it. I think she'll really like it. I know it's one of my favorite action movies. It's really, really good. It definitely stands up. It's been out for a long time, and it definitely stands up to the test of time. So, really good movie. Hopefully, like I said, maybe we'll get Martha Maynard to join us. That way I've got him in more videos, but of us hanging out. Well, more videos, but more importantly, I just kind of want to hang out with my friends more often. It doesn't seem like I get to hang out with them as often, so this kind of gives me an excuse to hang out with them too. So hopefully we can do that. And I know too, I may try to, at some point, I may even try to sweet talk them into going to that arcade museum in Warrensburg. I kind of want to see about doing that maybe in the next week or two. So I might have to see if I can sweet talk them into go into that as well. I don't know yet. We'll see. But at any rate, I know I'm getting this video where I want it now. And as far as the time goes, I'm not sure what I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't think I'm saying it quite right. But anyway, I know that I need to wrap it up. That's what I'm trying to say. I know I need to wrap up this video. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I am going to bed. It is that time for me, and I'm going to sign off. So I hope, like I said, hope you all enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.